5:30 in the morning. I do not feel like going to the gym.
Pretty well by yourself. Real solitude all by yourself.
We got goals though.
So it doesn't matter if I'm there or not, right?
You were just afraid they'd abandon you. So you abandoned them. You distanced yourself from the whole thing.
Hey guys, welcome to today's glute leg workout. So me and my gym partner and friend, we go to the gym every morning around 5:30, 5, super early. So we like to warm up with about 30 minutes of steady state cardio. In all truthfulness, I'm supposed to do it for my competition and my competing, and she wants to do it with me. So it's pretty much how we get our blood flowing. You can choose anywhere from the bike, the Stairmaster, the treadmill on a high incline walk. Steady state, low intensity cardio is more better for fat loss, body fat loss, and I'll explain that now because when you're doing high intensity, your body is using the source of carbs, which is basically any food that you've consumed for energy. Whereas when you're doing low intensity, your body is saving those carbs for higher intense workouts and movements. So therefore, it goes straight to your fat storage or for fats. Now that's a little different if you're doing it fasted, but that's a little different. But yes. So what I'm about to do here is I'm pretty much just grabbed a foam roll, and what me and my friend are doing is we're foam rolling. And what foam rolling is it's pretty much a technique to spread the lactic acid, which basically causes soreness in the muscles. It builds up in the muscles when you tear them with your workouts. And this pretty much spreads out and breaks down the lactic acid so you can feel more comfortable and less sore during your workout. This is like vital, especially for legs. I get so sore on my back, as you can see. I get so sore, and this is a great way to get them warmed up, get the muscles breaking apart before you start to lift. So another thing that is vital before doing your leg day, especially if you want to target your glutes, is to activate your glutes. It's important to activate your glutes because the glute muscles aren't ones that we really use on a day-to-day basis. We're usually sitting on them or simply not using them. So therefore, if we want to target them during our workouts, we have to activate them or wake them up. So the first exercise to in doing that is banded donkey kicks. And all these workouts that I'll be doing will be adding resistance and tension to target the glutes. So that way when you do your workouts, you feel them not just in your quads or anything like that. You'll feel them also in your glutes if you do enough.
Songs like karaoke, I plunge. Standing on that table made of Nubis with her butt bigger than Houston. How she make me feel so human. I'm a god.
So this next workout is a hip thrust superset, and it's going to be 12 full range hip thrusts followed by 12 baby pulse hip thrusts. Then you're going to take off the weight and you're going to do 12 body weight with no weight whatsoever hip thrusts and 12 abductors. And what this basically does is when you start off with heavier weight and then you suddenly drop the weight, it actually becomes harder because you're seriously like tearing that muscle fiber. So it causes for more hypertrophy, which means muscle growth, which means a bigger booty, basically.
Bruce Almighty in the mirror. Ask myself if maybe I'm a god. Am I a god? If my woman like a trophy, sing my songs like karaoke, I plunge. Standing on that table made of Nubis with her butt bigger than Houston. How she make me feel so human. I'm a god. I really must be tripping. This feel like fucking heaven. After stressing, second guessing, checking. Kanye said my presence is a present. Homie, here you are, living in the future.
And this next workout is a barbell step up on a bench. Now for this one, you're going to want to make sure that you're squeezing your core on the way up. It may be hard to balance at first, so I would try with no weight if it's hard to balance for you. And I want you to push up with all the weight on your heel and be slow on your way down. 1, to prevent injuries, and 2, to make sure that we're targeting your glutes and hamstrings and quads.
God, am I God? If my woman like a trophy, sing my songs like karaoke, I plunge. Standing on that table made of Nubis with her butt bigger than you.
This next one is a sumo goblet squat elevated. And this allows for a better range of motion, which allows for you to target your glutes better. This is one of my favorites. Now for this one, you want to make sure that you really do a good pre-glute activation workout, because if not, you're going to feel it all in your quads if you're quad dominant like me. But you're pretty much just going to make sure that your legs are wider than your shoulders, toes pointed out slightly. You're going to hold the dumbbell up to your chest, and you're going to squat down.
Wonder what I'm thinking. I got more to lose unless the game is still. Oh my gosh, your holy water spill. Walk around like I just made a meal. Stunning on them, tell me how it feels. Smoking mirrors, marijuana. I do exactly what I wanna. And I promise I'ma make it. And she say, you boy, you crazy. And she asked me what my name is. I'm a god. I seen that Rollie Katana. I think it's time that I cut you off. Bruce Almighty in the mirror. Ask myself if maybe I'm a god. Am I a god? If my woman like a trophy.
back from the dentist. Notice anything different? Yes? No? 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 Alright. But I am going to make my lunch now. My lips are really numb, so I'm sorry if I'm talking really weird. It feels weird. I can't even lick them, it's weird. But for my lunch, I wanted to show you guys my lunch. So I make sweet potato fries with a veggie burger and like this rye thin bread. And it's super good, kind of macro friendly, I guess, if you're like on a moderate to higher macros. So let me show you guys. So I'm baking up sweet potato fries now. I use the Alexia non-GMO sweet potato fries with sea salt. They are 5 grams of fat, 24 grams of carb, 1 gram protein for 3 ounces. Yeah, that's that. I usually like to cut up my own sweet potatoes, but something different about fries. And I have on here, these are the Morningstar grillers. So they are vegan, and the macros are pretty on point as well. And then this is the bread I use. It is this Jewish rye Melba thin bread. And it's only 2 grams of fat, 21 grams protein, 2 fiber, 3 grams, did I say protein? I mean 21 gram carb. For 2 slices, so that's pretty good. And I like to use that. So this is my lunch. Under here I've got all the stuff, so good. Let's grub. I also packed this for lunch tomorrow. Toppings are underneath. But I like to pack my lunch the day before, the night before, so I don't have to worry about it. And I know I'll like it, so yeah. So my coach has upped my macros, like 15 grams of carbs. She's upped my fats quite a bit, so I'm really enjoying the meals that I'm having. I'm trying to like really stay creative with my, meals and keeping them full and whole and nutritious. I don't waste a lot of my macros on like junk food or anything like that. Just because I know that it won't satiate me, and it's not meant to satiate me and keep me full. So I stick with like very whole, delicious, like nutritious foods, and it's been going great. My cravings have gone down a lot, and it's going good, and my energy in the gym has been insane. This tripod is annoying. Anyway, this is the beginning of week 2 of Project Comeback or post-show series, whatever. And I wanted to come in here and talk about today and a new revelation, I guess you could say, I discovered about myself. As you guys may know, I am on a this is my post-show reverse diet. I competed in my first NPC bikini competition 2 weeks ago, and the post-show reverse diet is usually the most difficult for a lot of girls and guys to, follow, because it's like you don't have a competition for a while, but you still have to stay in shape, and you still have to meet your macros, and you can't go over them. Therefore, you can't eat anything you can eat what you want if it fits your macros. Yeah. So basically, I had binged the first whole week post-show. And then last week, if you look at my episode before, I did amazing. Then Sunday rolled around and I overate a little bit. No big deal. Monday night, I just had like the craziest cravings, like sugar cravings. Just went ham in the kitchen and just like went on a binge. Then today, I could not stay away from these mini donuts in my job. And I literally just gorged on mini donuts, like bad. And then I had like this mindset of, well, I already messed the day up, so might as well have a morning bun. and I had a morning bun, and then I cut it off from there because I was like, listen, like you're falling back into old habits. Yeah. So I texted my coach like, yo, my sugar cravings are through the roof. I don't think it has anything to do with my macros because my macros are satiating. They keep me full. Like I feel fine, like hunger wise. It's literally like sugar cravings. Like I'm just craving sugar. And then I can't stop. And then I know that the more I have it, the more I want it. So I did a little bit of research. My coach told me to have mainly my carbs in around my workout, and then my fats throughout the day to keep me full. Cause when I have like higher fats, like when I have avocados, I've noticed that like my cravings are not there. Like I have no cravings. It's so weird. But it's a good thing also to understand, and I hope that I'm an example of that, is, you know, we get on these journeys where we're like, oh, I'm gonna get back on Monday. And then, yeah, we mess up. Like I messed up and it hasn't even been like a full 2 weeks or a week and a half. But I'm not just gonna like go through the rest of the week messing up and being like, oh, I'm gonna restart next Monday. Like, no. I stopped after my morning bun and I, you know, refocused. I did some research on like sugar addiction and cravings, and I reevaluated what am I doing in my diet that could be causing this, what is going on in my lifestyle that could be causing me to crave so much sugar and go on these overeating binge rages, because it's no longer emotional. Before it was emotional and now it's not. So I didn't really understand why I was binging when I wasn't even hungry. It's just that. And there was this post that I saw that literally it spoke to me. Like it literally spoke to me. And it was about how a lot of times we think that overeating has something to do with like a deep thing that's going on with us from like our past and like how we, you know, our relationship with food, which it does, but that's binge eating. And the difference between binge eating and overeating is that point blank, overeating is simply because the food tastes good, okay? And we want more of it. And our food takes 20 minutes to actually digest and signal to our brain that we're full. So in the moment, we're like, wow, this tastes so good. Yeah, like, I love it. And, you know, it's a habit. It's not like this psychological thing. That's more binge eating, which is a lot different. And the difference between that is binge eating is just like when you gorge until like you feel sick, even to the point of like lightheadedness, passing out, and you feel disgusting after, and you really hurt yourself mentally by doing that, and it's a cycle. Whereas overeating is like kind of like what I did the past couple days, where the food just tasted so good and like my sugar cravings just kept going worse and worse. So yeah. So it's all about habits and building good habits. So I'm like, yes, I have a habit of doing that. And I also noticed that like when like I did so good last week and my body looks amazing, thankfully my body bounces back pretty quick. A habit that I noticed that I do is once I start to look good and feel really good, I start to regress and I start to ease up on my nutrition, and I start to overeat and my body doesn't look bad. So I'm like, oh, it's fine. Like my body can take it. That's like the subconscious mentality that goes on, and that's not okay. So that's something I need to change. But again, it's all a growing process. That's why I tell you guys, like, don't freak out and like I have to start again next Monday. This week I'm just gonna go crazy. Like, no, like cut it off. Realize what you're doing wrong and what you can change in order to meet those goals. Mine being, I looked at my diet. Mine being wanting to change my habits. And what is connected to my habits, like what's causing me to do those habits. I looked at my diet, right? I'm eating clean, I'm being creative. But then I look and I'm like, all right, coach told me to eat my fats throughout the day. I've only been eating them at night, really. And then my sources of fats are like vanilla almond butter, coconut flakes, like sugary stuff, right? And during prep, I remember like avocados and nuts, like those kept me satiated but not craving. So I'm gonna do more of that. I also looked and I consume so much artificial sweeteners, it's crazy. And artificial sweeteners they literally hijack your taste buds and make you want sugar so bad. I put 2 stevias in my coffee every day. I add Splenda to my coffee. I usually have 2 cups, so it's already like 4 artificial sweeteners. I drench my protein waffles in sugar-free syrup, which is obviously low calorie, 0 calorie, but like it's going to make your cravings insane. And yeah, so looking at things like that, and I also haven't been getting that much sleep, which causes you to crave more sweets. So things like that I'm going to be focusing on and really trying to shift this week. And I'm really excited to update you guys on that by the end of the week. So we'll see how it goes. I've messed up these past 3 days, but it's okay. We're getting our crap together again and we're refocusing. That is life. 5:54. The days just get harder and harder, but the passion's still there, so you gotta do what you gotta do. So I just got back from the gym. I had a killer shoulder, tri, chest workout. My shoulders literally feel like they're gonna pop. You can't see it because I'm getting more fat because I'm obviously trying to grow. But I'm gonna, like I told you guys, I'm trying to work on my sugar addiction. So I am going to be eating most of my carbs in the morning and then mainly my fats and proteins throughout the day to keep me full and satiated. And yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys what I'm going to cook. Breakfast. It's 1 whole cup of egg whites with 1 whole egg. I've got a couple raspberries and cucumbers, 1 Melby thin rye, Jewish rye bread toast. And then over here I have maple brown sugar oatmeal, 1 packet, a couple of blueberries, 40 grams of banana, 1 tablespoon of raw almond butter, no sweeteners or anything like that, and cinnamon on top. And this is my breakfast. So I just finished my breakfast, and as you guys know, I'm like trying to practice like mindfully eating, and I'm just trying to focus my camera. It's being weird. I'm trying to practice mindful eating, and after my eggs I was full, and I still had my whole oatmeal fruit bowl if you didn't see. But I'm probably gonna save it for when I'm about to leave for work, just so I can still get those carbs in and not waste the food either. But right now I'm full, so I'm just gonna stop eating, and then I'll eat it before. So don't eat just because it's there, guys. Eat and stop when you're full. Start again when you have more room for more. Not even room for more, actually, because I always have room for more. This is my lunch. Got all the healthy fats and proteins, and this is my dinner. My snack is just 2 hard-boiled eggs, which is fine, and some cucumbers, but we've got tomatoes, red onion, 80 grams of sweet potato, lettuce, half of an avocado, a veggie burger, and Jewish rye Melby thin bread. And then we have over here 2 packets of the 100-calorie pack, like almond things. 4 ounces of crock pot chicken, 100 grams of broccoli florets, and 85 grams of sweet potato. Yeah. So I'm back from work, and I wanted to talk about my day and how it pretty much went. Today, basically, you know, with altering my diet a little bit in order to cater to my crazy sugar, to rid of my crazy sugar cravings. To, you know, get rid of my crazy sugar cravings. And I did the things that I told myself that I was gonna do and what my coach and I talked about doing, which is basically keeping my carbs all in the morning or around my workout and saving my fats and proteins for throughout the day so I'm satiated and full. And also to change the source of where I was getting my fats from like vanilla almond butter, coconut flakes, pancakes, to avocados, nuts, oils, that kind of thing. And then most importantly, I have cut out all artificial sweeteners. I don't add stevia anymore, Splenda. I don't use any more sugar-free syrup. I don't eat any more sugar-free chocolate jello. I stay away from alternative sugars because I find that it literally makes me like feel like I'm out of control with sweets. Like I see it and I have to have it. And I'll be salivating throughout the day thinking about cupcakes, donuts, you know, yeah, ice cream. Like it was just crazy. And I felt amazing today. Like there was, you know, croissants that were out and like all that. And I literally, before I would be like, oh my God, I need it. Like I would have to talk myself constantly out of it and then I would just give in because I would just be so mentally exhausted from like fighting myself out of it. But now I see it and I'm just like, ugh, like I don't even want it. Like just the thought of it, honestly, I'm just like, I'm full, I'm satiated, I feel great. It is just day one, so I'm gonna keep you guys updated on that. My coach wants me to check in tomorrow instead of Friday because she's gonna be at a competition and doesn't want to, she's not gonna have any signal. So I'm gonna check in tomorrow and you know, hopefully it'll be interesting for me to see how my body is after one day, after 3 days of overeating on sugar and yeah. So you guys saw my meals and everything, but I just wanted to update you guys on how I'm feeling because I feel great. I feel great.